What's going on, this is DanielJon. I hope you guys are good. And of course, I hope you're okay. And before we start the Sunday Q&A, I just want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there, in case you're watching this. And a happy Mother's Day to my beautiful mum. So, I just come upstairs, start recording the Q&A Sunday. And put my phone on silent. And I loaded up all the questions that you guys have asked. And I was sitting there, and then I was watching a video on YouTube. No, it was on Facebook. I was going through the questions, and this video popped up on someone else's Facebook page, and it was a whale being freed. You know, it was caught in a net, and I thought it was quite amazing. You know, these guys and these females, you know, these men and women, sorry, were on this boat, and they found this big, you know, huge whale it was, and they freed it because it was caught in, you know, fishing nets and that. It was quite a good video, and if you guys have seen it, let me know what you thought in the comment section, because it was definitely interesting. Go and grab yourself BBC. And I've just got back from actually going to do a bit of shopping this morning, and I just had breakfast, and I actually got a protein shake today. And you're probably sitting there thinking, fucking hell, Dan drinks protein shakes. Yeah, fuck me right, man. I can't believe it, really. Must mean I'm not natural no more. So be it. It's delicious. But no, I just couldn't be asked to cook no sausages or bacon or anything like that this morning. And now I know you're definitely saying, fuck me, Dan can't be asked to cook bacon and sausage, so he'd rather have a protein shake. And I've also got my nearly empty jug of water. So without further ado, let's move this over here, because I've got ill preparation. Right, I did have more questions now. Where they gone? Okay, right, I have to find out. I know for a fact that I've got an email from someone reminding me to answer their question, because I always forget. So I'm going to answer the questions from the YouTube part first, and then I'm going to answer the questions that were asked on the Facebook page yesterday. So this is a really weird question, but Natural Muscle Brit, you always ask interesting questions. If you either had to have really short legs with large arms or vice versa, would you choose T-Rex or the gorilla? Do you know what? I wouldn't just go with gorilla. I'd probably go with King Kong size, you know. So if you was looking at T-Rex, have you ever seen the film King Kong? You see when he fights those 2 T-Rexes or 3 T-Rexes, I can't remember who it is now. He just kicks ass, you know. So I'd probably rather go with the gorilla because they're so much more powerful. And even though they've got short legs, they're still very, very powerful, and they've got big, robust upper bodies anyway. So, you know, and that kind of weight that they weigh, you know, some of them up to like 500, 600, 700 pounds. And they're swinging from branches all day, you know, that shit is pretty impressive in my opinion. But if I was going to be a gorilla, I'd have to be King Kong size. I couldn't be no like fucking little gorilla. I'd have to be King Kong size. So, possibly weird, what the fuck, stupid question. This is a very long question, so I'm not going to read it all, but I'm going to give you guys the highlight. This gentleman, he wants to know, he basically works out at home. I know him he's asked a lot of questions in the past, and I've helped him out as much as I could. He says, he wants to lose fat and gain some muscle, but he doesn't want to lose too much weight. Is it possible to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time? He states, Dan, you know that I work out at home. I'm very limited. People would say that I'm a skinny fat. I'd like to get bigger eventually, but first I'd like to see some definition and some abdominals. Wouldn't we all, my friend? I'd like to see my abdominals, and slowly but surely they're coming on. So, can you lose fat and build muscle at the same time? Yes, you can. It's a very controversial question. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate on that. But in my opinion, you can gain muscle and lose fat at the same time. Now, I'm going to say that is if you have been working out 10 years and you have done, you know, bulks, cuts, it's not going to work as much for you. If you are new to the gym, you've been working out maybe 6 months, year, you probably found, like my brother, he's been going to the gym now probably about 6-7 months. He has put on a considerable amount of muscle and lost a lot of fat at the same time. So that's why I know it's possible. Now, if you've been going to the gym for 10 years, like I just said, it's probably not going to be as possible for you. But if you are in that kind of, they call it noob stage, you're a newbie to the gym, you've been going for maybe 1 to 2 years, you will, if you have been, say, overweight and you've got quite a lot of fat, you will lose that fat and you will gain muscle at the same time. Your fat is going to be used for an energy source at the end of the day. So that fat is going to be used to fuel your body. And at the same time, you're going to produce more muscle if you're doing a weight train program. So yes, it is definitely possible. What do you need to do it? You need to be on a structured weightlifting program. You want to aim for heavy compound movements and then a bit lighter higher rep accessory work. So say for instance, you go into the gym, you train chest, you do your heavy compound movement first, which would be your bench press. Maybe you do 5 sets of 5, maybe you're doing the Wendler program, maybe you're doing a strongman program, whatever it may be. And then you can do your accessory work, your hypertrophy work, where you aim for a more higher rep range, such as maybe flies. You maybe do 3 sets of 10, or some tricep extensions, 3 sets of 15, or things like that. So it is definitely possible. It's not going to be as possible for someone that's been working out for a longer period of time, such as 10 years, maybe 5, 6, 7 years. Excuse me, but it is definitely possible. Now, I did have a lot more questions, and I've screenshotted them, which is stupid what I did, because my desktop is a mess at the moment, because I've got so many different pictures and posters that I've been working on for the new clothing line. So I can't find them all, but if I move the Facebook page in a second and I happen to notice some, then I'll get them up for you guys. So over to the Facebook page, ask your questions for the Sunday Q&A tomorrow. Let's get wild. Have a great weekend. Well, let's get wild was probably the worst thing I could write. It was one of my childhood friends who I grew up with. We got in a lot of trouble together. We had some good times together, and sadly we don't see each other as much no more. But he asked a question last week, which was fucking weird, and he asked a question this week, which was fucking weird. But I'm going to answer his fucking weird questions. So, Pepper Your Angus. How many times have you been fingered? I'm going to let that sink in for a minute, okay? How many times have you been fingered? It's not about how many times I've been fingered. It's how much I enjoy it. Now that's simple for you. I understand if you turn the video off right now. Second question. Heavy with looser form, or what you can manage with strict form? Well, I used to try and go, if you guys have been watching my videos for a long time now, or maybe for the last 4 months, you'll notice that I've only recently started doing boring big workouts, the Beyond Wendler program. And I'm currently in cycle 3 at the moment and absolutely loving it. But when I first started working my compound movements, because in the beginning, my first 2 years of weight training, I didn't really do, structured programs. I just kind of did what I felt like that day. And I'm not going to say it didn't work, because it did work and it was fun and I enjoyed it. But since I've been doing heavy compound movements, I've been working with a lighter weight, something that I can manage for 4, 5, 6, 7 reps, whatever the numbers aim for me that day, with very strict form, in my opinion. Now, sometimes obviously I lose form, I groove out and things like that, but for the best part of it, going back to that question, heavy with looser form, or what you can manage with strict form, well, I used to be trained with the heaviest weight I could, and my form would be shit, and I'd get a lot of negative comments. Now, my older videos used to get 5 to 6, maybe 8 dislikes on my old channel, and now I get very little dislikes, and I'm going to put that down to the fact that I've took the time to learn a bit of knowledge. Not that I'm preaching it to you guys and pushing it on you guys, because that's not what I'm here for. I'm sharing my journey, so I don't feel the need to push knowledge onto you guys, because I can learn from you guys as much as you may learn from me. But what I have learned is working with a weight that you can do for 5 reps comfortably with very strict form is much more beneficial than going in and doing a heavy weight with loose form, where you may be all over the place, struggling, need a spotter on every single rep and things like that. But that, I'm not going to say that one outweighs the other, but what I prefer is strict form with something that you can manage. When are we going to meet up and train together? I know you're admiring them quads and calves. Haken, we will train together. I promise you that. You have my word. I want to train with a lot of people, and I'm actually training with a few of my friends, a few YouTubers, a collaboration. Yeah, you fucking heard that right, a collaboration. That is going to be BBC Central up in that motherfucker. So we are going to have a blast, and if you want to train with me, I don't know fucking why you would, because I'm weak as shit, but I suppose you get to look at my sexual face all day. But no, in all fairness, I would love to train with you, Haken. You're a very strong lad. And you've got definitely a good physique. He is the same guy that asked me last week about his, when I said I was going to put him in the comment section, and I forgot, okay? I'm an arsehole for that. So I'm going to go and put you right now on my fucking to-do list. Fucking got my pen and paper. You're admiring this, aren't you? Look, my Marvel's pencil case. I know you're fucking admiring that. Right, I'm actually going to give you the fucking, let's have, no, not that colour. Let's go straight out with the purple, okay? Right, ready? Let's get a new page, because this one's got a load of scribble on it. Right, Ready? Add. It's well hard writing like this. Really, I just got 3-year-old's handwriting. Taken. In description. I know what that says. Description box. Fuckface. If you guys know that my handwriting is a lot more neater than that, because when you guys buy something, I always write you a little hand letter. If you can read that, add Haken to the description box. Fuckface, because I'm calling myself a fuckface. Not you, Haken. You're a very handsome young man, and he has got a very good physique. So we will train together one day, brother. And if you do want to train with me, let me know in the comment section. I'm sure I can arrange a gym meet, because I think it would be good to get a lot of people together. We can go out for something to eat, you know, have a good time. Have a good time. You saw what I said then. And things like that. Right. Why do you drink so much BBC? Well, that's a bit controversial. I've read that question right as I put down the BBC, and now I'm drinking a protein shake. I'm shit mixing up in here today, guys. So, why do I drink so much BBC? Because I love it. And I was just looking on Facebook this morning, and Jason Blaha from Juggernaut Fitness actually put on Facebook that he doesn't actually trust anyone that doesn't drink coffee. And neither do I. If you don't drink coffee, I don't trust you. We can't train together. You might try teabagging me or something. Other way around, actually. LT Rob did a video, and he was travelling. He was like, oh, I've just got to go, blah, blah, blah. And it didn't seem that far. Next thing, he's like done like 300 miles. I'm like, fucking hell, man. I can't do that shit over here. Fucking England have run out.